Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Headed by Tyler Adams, and McGeely, it is a foul. It's in that Sanabria has committed it. Mauricio Pochettino will certainly be enjoying what he is seeing so far. Here is Tim Ream. Goes out to the left side to Robinson. Comes into Tillman. He'll come all the way back to Chris Richards. Richards out to the right flank to Serginho Dest. Now back with Freeman. Here's Tim Ream. Ream will enter the Paraguay half. We're back into Richards. Here in the Los Angeles Stadium. 70,000 are packed inside here. It's the 8th largest stadium in the United States. Well, he's given away, so Ream will come all the way back to the goalkeeper, Matthew Freeze. Freeze will just boot it up. Nowhere near Balogun, headed by Gustavo Gomez. And then Ream will just go back to his goalkeeper, Freeze. He'll just collect it. It's into Serginho Dest. Dest will come into Freeman now. Freeman receives it from Chris Richards. That's up towards Balogun. There is Tyler Adams, and the referee spotted a foul. Balogun just clicked as he was trying to come forward. Christian Pulisic has struggled for AC Milan in recent months, but put in an impressive shift against Germany. Whilst Monaco striker Balogun scored 19 goals across all competitions last season, as they're coming forward again with Serginho Dest, who will pull it all the way back, but he will end up in the arms of Orlando Gil. It was so easy for Serginho Dest to get past Alonso there. So Gil gives it to Gustavo Gomez. We'll play it out to the right side with Caceres. Caceres inside to Gustavo Gomez. Played out to the right side with Caceres. Caceres inside to Gustavo. It's going to run all the way through to the goalkeeper now. Serginho Dest, who's always done things a little differently. He became the first American player ever to appear for Barcelona, playing alongside Lionel Messi. And the Argentinian legend announced that he'd be leaving the club. Most of his teammates showed up in a suit and tie, but Dest showed up in a Chicago Bulls jersey and shorts, owing to the fact that he'd forgotten to set an alarm. He's Dutch by birth. Dest actually idolised the Brazilian legend Ronaldinho as a child, and it shows in his play. He possesses flair and style. They're often not seen in American players, particularly not defenders. He's playing as a winger today rather than a fullback. Dest's passion occasionally gets the best of him, as it did a few years ago in the CONCACAF Nations League play when he was sent off for yelling not only at the ref, but also his own teammates. So long ball goes up. Paraguay will send it out to the right flank now with Caceres. He'll come back into Gustavo Gomez. He'll go inside to the 29-year-old Omar Olorete, signed for Sunderland from Spanish side Getafe last summer. There's Julio Enciso, though. Enciso. But Dest, what a tackle that is. And then Ream comes into Christian Pulisic, tries to drive inside. Pulisic will give it into Serginho Dest, who enters the Paraguay half now. What an opportunity this is for Dest to run at Alonso. He's got Weston McKennie passing, though. McKennie will cut it back. It could be a third. Oh, it's well saved by Orlando Hill, who's prevented Paraguay from falling 3 goals behind, but the USA will carry on. It's with Freeman. Inside the box now is Freeman. He's looking for support. He's actually going to come all the way back to Tim Ream. Ream back to Robinson. Robinson across to Richards. Richards out to Freeman again. Now Chris Richards. Chris Richards into Tim Ream. Ream with a short pass into Tyler Adams. Adams out to the right side now with Serginho Dest. It's back to Tim Ream. Ream all the way out on the left side now with Christian Pulisic. Pulisic could run at Caceres here. Now it's Anthony Robinson. Inside to Malik Tillman as he bundled over. Referee Danny Macchielli doesn't think so. I thought he was fouled there. We can't believe it. Referee's getting a bit of stick now. And then Chris Richards goes into the back of Diego Gomez, and free kick will be given here in the final minute of normal time. Here's Cubas into Bobadilla. Goes all the way back into the captain, Gustavo Gomez. I'm going to have to double up on Christian Pulisic here. He's having so much joy at the moment. Caceres will send a long ball up. That'll be headed by Ream. Robinson will play it inside. Ream slips, but he's able to find Chris Richards as he improvises. And now it's Tyler Adams. He's able to turn and carry the ball forward. He'll go out to the left side now with Christian Pulisic. Pulisic back to Anthony Robinson. Into 5 minutes of additional time here. Here is Freeman to Richards. All the way out to the left side now with Balogun. Balogun will come back to Robinson. It's Tyler Adams on the halfway line. Out to Ream. Ream will give it Robinson. Robinson could run at the Paraguay defence here. Launches it in, and that will be well saved by Orlando Hill. Comes out and collects it. Gustavo Gomez. Caceres. There'd been lots of talk about Paraguay being potential dark horses at this World Cup, but this first half showing has shown quite the opposite. Been really poor defensively. Julio Enciso will pick it up now. He'll come out to the left flank, finding Almiron. Tackled by Malik Tillman. He's just going to run out, actually, for a throw. So it's going to be a free kick here. Kate Perry is watching on. I'm sure she's enjoying what she's watching so far. She performed in the opening ceremony. So delivery goes in. Matthew Freeze will come out and collect. Who's pretty much just been a bystander here in the first half as the New York City goalkeeper. Spent years developing in the Philadelphia Union system before becoming a starting goalkeeper with New York City. Ball's going to be switched all the way out to the right side, but that'll be chested down by Alonso into Bobadilla. And he'll go back to Gustavo Gomez. Now it's Cubas. Cubas all the way out to the left side with Alonso. Lorette under a bit of pressure by Balogun, and that's a poor pass. She gives it to Freeman. Freeman into Malik Tillman. What a brilliant threaded ball that is for Weston McKennie. Shifts it onto his left foot. Oh, it takes a little bit too long. He should have hit it first time. But now the USA will come forward once again. It's Malik Tillman. And Ciso working back off the ball and takes a touch off him, and it'll be a throw for the United States of America. So Freeman comes all the way back now to Tim Ream. Ream out to the right side. It's with Serginho Dest. Dest with just a back heel towards Malik Tillman. Now Dest. Now Freeman. Alonso will block it off and he will launch it up. There is Chris Richards. Dest takes a loose touch and now cheaply given away. And it's going to go all the way back to Anthony Robinson now. You can hear the American supporters almost urging them on not to take their foot off the gas as Tyler Adams will find Malik Tillman. Tillman, what a pass that is for following Balogun. Balogun, can he get his shot away? He can, and oh, with real conviction, he does. And following Balogun has put the United States of America 3-0 up now. And what an incredible performance this has been. 49 minutes on the clock in the first half. And following Balogun is already celebrating his second World Cup goal. And they are absolutely loving themselves here in LA. The Paraguayan supporters can't believe what's hit them, but it's following Balogun, the Monaco striker, with arguably the finish of the tournament so far. What a ball forward it was by Malik Tillman. And Balogun just shifted it onto his left foot. And then he just slams it into the top corner. It's an incredible finish. And Mauricio Pochettino's team are 3-0 up now. What an incredible performance. And Danny Macchielli's half-time whistle will go there. But at half-time here, unbelievably so, it's the United States of America 3, Paraguay. Hello and welcome back to the second half here in LA. We come into the second period with the United States of America 3-0 up against Paraguay, comfortably in control were the USA after a fantastic first half performance from them. It was a brace from following Balogun and an own goal by Damian Bobadilla. He has been substituted off as Bobadilla. Coming on for him is the Brazilian-born Mauricio. Plays alongside their captain Gustavo Gomez at Palmeiras. And Mauricio is onto the pitch 5 months ago. He was not only not in the Paraguay team, he wasn't even Paraguayan. He became a naturalised citizen in February thanks to a paternal grandparent, and was fast-tracked into the squad, thanks in large part to the strong backing of Gustavo Gomez, his captain for club and now country, who went as far as helping him with his paperwork during the naturalisation process. His intelligence, technique and ability to be part of the build-up has made him precisely the kind of player that Paraguay have required. The left-footed midfielder graduated from the Cruzeiro Academy and plays for Palmeiras, where he can operate as a centre midfielder, a winger, or even a second striker, but he is on now for Bobadilla. I was a little bit of surprise that Mauricio wasn't starting. He played for Brazil's under-23 side. They play in their 4-0 win against Nicaragua. Whilst the USA have made a change as well. Christian Pulisic has been rested with them 3-0 up. Mauricio Pochettino choosing to rest one of their star players. And coming on for him is Sebastian Berhalter, who plays his club football in the MLS with Vancouver Whitecaps, the 25-year-old. Who is perhaps not the Berhalter many fans expected to be involved when the 2026 World Cup cycle kicked off. He earned his USA debut under Mauricio Pochettino, who was entirely uninvolved during his father's 6-year stretch as the USA coach. Greg Berhalter never called up Sebastian. Credits the ability to train with his dad during the COVID lockdown. As unlocking more of his potential. Briefly considered hanging up his boots after Austin FC declined a purchase option after his 2021 loan, but Vancouver provided the launch pad he needed. He was one of MLS's breakout stars in 2025, making the year's end best 11 after joining forces with Thomas Muller to reach the club's first MLS Cup final. His mother, Rosalind, was a 2-time national champion on the University of North Carolina's vaunted soccer team, as that's given away by Freeman. Now Diego Gomez is going to come forward, gets a shot away, deflects off Tim Ream and ends up going over the bar of Matthew Freeze. But USA will want to hold on to this clean sheet. You know Diego Gomez from his performances in England with Brighton and Hove Albion that he's got a hell of a shot on him. Tim Ream did well to meet him there, but it's going to be a corner. First one of the game for Paraguay. It's out on that far side, and Ciso stood over it. He's actually going to go short. Going to come to Alderete. He's going to try his effort from distance. Actually hits his own man. And then the USA are able to clear away. It was a decent effort from about 25 yards out. Blocked off by one of his own players. But this has been a much better start from Paraguay here. Now down the right flank with Miguel Almiron trying to take on Tim Ream. And Almiron goes down, and the referee will give a free kick. And he's actually going to get a yellow card as the 38-year-old who's looking at Danny Macchieli and saying that's never a foul. I think it must have been the assistant referee who gave it. It was Almiron who got all the way to the byline. Let's see it again. No, Ream doesn't touch him at all. It's a dive by Miguel Almiron. It's a little bit naughty by the former Newcastle United man. Just chucks himself on the floor. So number 19, Julio Enciso. He stood over the free kick. So is Almiron. Almiron's going to leave it for Enciso. He'll dink it to the far post. It's headed forward, headed away by Anthony Robinson. And the referee just stopped it. I'm not sure why he stopped it. This is a VAR intervention. Chieli is listening to something at the moment. VAR check for mistaken identity. Not sure what this is. Maybe he's going to book Miguel Almiron for diving. He's having a chat with Tim Ream and Almiron. And he is. Is the referee going to be sent to the screen for this? He is. The referee's having a look at it. I'll look at it. The game does slow down for Danny Macchieli to have a quick look at it. He's going to get out his yellow card, I imagine, and tell Tim Ream it's no longer a yellow card. And then he's going to book Almiron. And it will be a free kick for the USA instead. So Danny Macchieli is saying clearly visible. There was no contact to Miguel Almiron, and he dives. So free kick will be given for the USA, an indirect free kick. I mean, it's taken 2 minutes. It's just extremely strange, that. The referee being sent to the screen. But actually, we're not going to see the free kick come in. I'm going to be sent to the screen. And Almiron has clearly dived. Obviously, new.
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
I know, that's a poor kick out by Orlando Hill. He only gives it to Malik Tillman. Then that's a really poor pass, actually, by Tillman into his former club teammate at PSV Eindhoven, Serginho Dest. Tillman should have probably been a little bit more selfish there. A little bit selfless. As he tried to pass it to Serginho Dest. He probably should have just got a shot away. So it'll be a throw for the USA. It's Tillman up towards Balogun. Is he brought down? Danny Makiele puts his hands in the air and waves it away. Following Balogun is convinced that it should be a penalty. Dutch official says no, there will be a VAR check here. It was Tillman into Balogun. I think he's got a point. Maybe there's not a load in it. I think Omar Alderete stands his ground, so we'll get back in play. Here is Weston McKennie. Kenny into Serginho Dest. Tries to cross in, and Julio Enciso will just block it off. There's Freeman. And then we'll launch it up. Well, touched down by Serginho Dest. Ball goes back to Gustavo Gomez. All the way back now. It's Tyler Adams to Dest. There's Adams on the ball. Chased by Kubas to McKennie. Oh, it's a poor touch taken by Weston McKennie in the end, though. They'd love a fourth in this game with the USA. Here they are on the ball. Tyler Adams, oh, he's caught late by Kubas, and the referee's going to give a free kick. Might even give a yellow card here. He's not happy at all. There's a referee who speak to Kubas, and he's not going to get out a card. He's speaking to him right now, and say he doesn't seem particularly happy with the way that he has gone in. So out on the right side with Almiron. Almiron will go inside. Now out onto the right flank. Blocked off. Potentially an opportunity for Paraguay to come forward. Now out on the left side with Anthony Robinson. Robinson will dink it to the far post. Could have gone a little bit further. It finds McKennie. Cut back for Tillman, whose effort is blocked off by Kubas. Chris Richards will send it forward. And Freeman is brought down. There was good numbers there by the USA getting into the box. Robinson had probably about 10 yards between him and another Paraguay player. He could have carried it forward, really. It's getting a little bit heated down there. Julio Enciso's not happy. Gustavo Alvaro's asking his team to remain composed. Paraguay don't want to get embarrassed there. Orlando Hill into Gustavo Gomez. Who goes forward? Tim Ream into Tyler Adams. Dinked up towards Malik Tillman. Will be well won though by Omar Alderete. Away cheaply. It's Anthony Robinson on the left flank. Find Tyler Adams. Into Tim Ream now. Ream goes out to Freeman on the right side. Freeman with Serginho Dest. Dest who can run at Alonso. Slips, gets back up onto his feet. Alonso will knock it out, and it will now be a corner for the USA. Quite an aesthetically pleasing kit that the Paraguayan national side are wearing. Good defending by Alonso in the end. Ball's going to go out onto the far side. Anthony Robinson's made his way over. Anthony Robinson all the way towards the near post. It was Ream who tried to get there. Actually cleared away. It's Maurizio to the right side. Come back into Gomez, and that's a late tackle going into the Paraguayan player, and it's the Bournemouth midfielder, Tyler Adams, catches Maurizio, and he's the first American to be booked here. I wonder whether Maurizio Pochettino may look to bring him off at some point, because his namesake Maurizio is fouled. Tyler Adams, who will be playing in the Europa League next year, alongside Bournemouth, with new manager Marco Rose. It's so important to the USA's midfield that the fan base morale plummets with each of his unfortunate injuries. It was actually the ball boy who supplied Thierry Henry with the ball for his famous 2012 Olympico, the New York Red Bulls against Columbus Crew. Shoehorned into the Red Bulls lineup as a right back before turning 17. He is now an established Premier League anchor. He studied Philip Lahm, Pep Guardiola and Joshua Kimmich to refine his approach to defensive midfield work. Tillman into the box to Balogun. Balogun goes down. Tillman with the effort. Gets his shot away. He may have been caught actually by Gustavo Gomez. A little bit unlucky though is the PSV attacker. So it just fell fortuitously to him. Gets his shot away. Does get caught, but he's already got his shot away, so can't really complain about it. The Scottish side of Tyler Adams' family backs Rangers. One uncle trained his dog to growl when they say Celtic. Every coach he has had says that Adams is built for the big occasions, keeping him available at the top of the physio's department's priorities as the ball goes inside to Chris Richards. Now it's Ream. Lovely by Ream. Finds Anthony Robinson. All the way out to the right side now. It's Weston McKennie will come forward with the ball. McKennie out to Serginho Dest. He's high up. He'll pull it back to the edge of the box, but played away by Gustavo Gomez. Here is Berhalter to Tillman, who will control it on his chest. And then it's going to be booted away by Caceres. It does look like Tillman's been asked to play as the left midfielder since the substitution. Berhalter's playing in the midfield. There's going to be a change here. Orlando Sanabria. He's had very little to do. And that joined Barcelona's youth academy as a teenager, did Sanabria. He arrived at the age of 13 years old. Moved to Spain with his family when his mother emigrated. Spotted by Barcelona scouts whilst playing at a local football school in Catalonia. 30, Sanabria will finally made his World Cup debut today. Sometimes shared the pitch with Lionel Messi and Neymar at Barcelona, which helped him develop. And refined technique that still distinguish him from every other striker in the Paraguay squad. Shining example of that elegance and technique was his spectacular overhead kick goal against Argentina during the qualifiers. A strike that has already been immortalised as one of the greatest in their history. Coming on for him is Alex Ars. Alex Ars, who plays his club football for Independiente de Rivadavia, the 30-year-old. It's an emotional moment for Ars coming on. Cruciate ligament injury almost ended Ars's career when it had only just begun. But USA coming forward here. It's Balogun. He's going to cut it all the way back towards the oncoming Berhalter, but then it's just not a great pass by Balogun in the end. Ball goes all the way back to Gustavo Gomez. Alex Ars, as I was mentioning, had to drop into the amateur leagues And when the pandemic hit, the league was suspended, and Arce, who was a youth at Cerro Porteño,